Today, I'm going to be playing out the 2024 season for the Kansas City Chiefs, but after every touchdown that Patrick Mahomes scores, we get to steal a player from the team he scored on. And obviously, the Kansas City Chiefs are already absolutely loaded. I mean, this is a team that definitely does not need a whole lot of help, but if Patrick Mahomes can go off today, by the end of the video, we should have one of the best teams in NFL history. But as I said, I mean, the Chiefs are already in a really good situation because this offense is loaded, and on the other hand, it is clearly the same story with this defense. With that being said though, there are clearly some spots that we could improve on, but to start off the season in week 1, we do have a pretty tough game on our hands because we're going to be going up against the Baltimore Ravens. And I mean, obviously the Ravens are also absolutely loaded, so if we can get a couple of touchdowns, oh my god, there's no way we're going to start the game off with a fumble. That is actually the worst possible way that we could have started this game. I mean, that was literally the first play, and no surprise, Lamar Jackson did score a touchdown after that, so it looks like we're gonna pay for that costly fumble. I'm just gonna give the ball back to Pacheco because this guy needs to redeem himself. I'll switch it up a bit this time though and run it with Hunt because we do actually have two really solid running backs on this team. But as I was saying earlier, obviously the Baltimore Ravens are also absolutely loaded. They do have a lot of superstars on this team, so if Mahomes can score a couple of touchdowns today, this team's gonna be pretty scary after we take some players from the Ravens. But obviously we got to get in the end zone before we talk about any of that. We have Kelsey wide open, and he has a whole lot of open field, so that's gonna bring the ball all the way to like the 5-yard line, or I guess we're just short of the 5. We're at the 6, so I mean 6 yards to go and we're in now. I'm gonna try and go for DeAndre Hopkins, and hopefully he can punch this in, and it looks like that's gonna work out. So Hopkins is gonna be in for our first touchdown of the season, which is gonna tie the game up at 7. We're coming back out here in the third quarter though, and no surprise, it looks like Lamar Jackson has been holding his own. I mean, I knew this game was gonna come right down to the wire, and so far the way it's going, it's looking like this game is gonna be coming right down to the wire. But we are down by 3 points right now, so I gotta make sure that we convert off of third down here, but we're gonna get smoked. And I mean, after that, I would love to tell you that this defense clutched up for us, but they did not do that. Lamar scored again, so now we're down by 10 points, which means this game is probably going to be a loss for the Chiefs unless we can somehow pull off a miracle comeback. I mean, we need to score a touchdown here and get an onside kick because we have no more timeouts to work with. We might have Kelsey open here though. Come on, that's going to be close. He's going to get it though. We had a clear path to the end zone there too, but I was kind of spamming X because I didn't think he was going to catch that. Obviously I was wrong, but either way, it doesn't really matter because we are set up for a touchdown still. We just got to make sure that we're careful here because an interception right now would be an absolute killer. I mean, I've kind of accepted the fact that we're probably not going to be winning this game. I just want to get at least 2 touchdowns, and it looks like that is going to be our second with Mahomes. So we can take at least 2 players from the Baltimore Ravens after this. But either way, it looks like we are obviously still going to be losing this game. I mean, we put up a fight. We only lost by 3 points. But either way, a loss is a loss, and that one definitely sucks. But obviously, after that game, we got to steal 2 players from the Baltimore Ravens, and I just decided to focus on the defense by picking up Roquan Smith and Nnamdi Madubuike. I know a lot of people probably wanted me to pick up Derrick Henry, but you gotta remember, we already have Isaiah Pacheco, so I feel like the 2 upgrades on the defense are gonna help us out a lot more in the long run. But that's gonna bring us to week 2. And we have another tough game on our hands because this time we're going to be going up against the Bengals. And I know it's still the start of the season, but if we want to have a Kansas City type of year, I'd say this is definitely a must-win game for us because we really cannot start off the season with an 0-2 record. I mean, we do have to worry about the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC, so 2 losses at the start of the season might screw us for getting the #1 seed in the playoffs. We're going to have Kelsey open here though, so that's a first down. I really want to get the running game working in this one though, because Baltimore did actually do a really good job at shutting it down, but if we can get it to work against Cincinnati, we are going to be pretty terrifying. But of course, after that crazy pickup, we're going to get struck with a holding call, so instead of having a first down, it is now 2nd and 18, so we got to try and figure something out here. We might have DeAndre Hopkins open. He's gonna have it. I'm not gonna lie, man. I did not think that he was gonna hold on to that through all of the contact, but D-Hop does have some pretty crazy hands on him. I'm gonna keep this on the ground with Pacheco this time, though, and there we go. We're gonna get the first down, and there is no holding call this time. I'm gonna go back to D-Hop here, though, because that last route that we ran with him did work out pretty nicely for us. We just got to make sure that we don't get sacked here. That should be another first down. Kind of off target, but he got there. So 10 yards to go and we're in the end zone. I might be able to just finish it off right here with Kelsey if he can get some separation. And it looks like we barely got that off, but it's going to work out for the score. So that's going to be his second touchdown of the season, which is going to give us the lead first in this game. We're coming back out here in the third quarter, though, and no surprise, it looks like Joe Burrow has kept this game really close, but if we can get in the end zone here, that's going to give us a 2-score lead. We lost 2 yards on that run right there, though, so that is not a good start. And that also brings up a third down. So we got to get 7 to keep the drive alive here, but it looks like Hopkins is going to clutch up for us again. I mean, so far, every time I've needed to rely on that guy to be open, he has been wide open. I mean, he's been one of the best route runners on this team so far, and that's going to be another solid pickup right there as well. So now we only need 2 yards for another first down, which gives me an opportunity to just go for a shot here. So I'm going to see if we can get either Kelsey or Hopkins open. And once again, nobody's going to be on Hopkins. I mean, they are honestly just doing a terrible job at covering this guy. So 13 yards to go, and that is going to give us a 2-score lead. I mean, oh, Kelsey kind of got knocked off his route, but he's going to get open again. So that's another touchdown from Travis Kelce, which is going to make this a 2-score lead for the Chiefs. And after that, it looks like we did go on to get the dub in this one. So thankfully for us, we're not going to be starting off the season 0-2. But once again, Mahomes had 2 touchdowns in that game. So we got to take 2 players from the Cincinnati Bengals. And for the offense, you already know we had to take Jamar Chase. So him and Patrick Mahomes are going to be an absolute threat for the league. And on the defensive side of things, we also went ahead and took Trey Hendrickson. But after that, we went ahead and simmed to week 7 for a potential Super Bowl preview, because as you can see, we're going to be going up against the San Francisco 49ers, who are 5-1. The Chiefs are 3-2 right now because they did end up getting upset by the Chargers a few weeks ago, and the Chargers are currently winning the division. But anyways, I'm kind of expecting this game to be an all-out war, so we got to get off to a hot start here, because I feel like it is going to be a lot of scoring in this one. That's going to be a first. I low-key almost forgot that we have Jamar Chase now, so I'm going to try and go for him to see if he can get a first down or something on his first play as a Chief, and it looks like that is definitely gonna be a hot start for him. That did not take long, but we already have the ball at the 29-yard line now, so we're kind of set up for at least a field goal here. Obviously, that's not what we're going for, though. We want to get in the end zone. And since it's 2nd and 1, now is a good opportunity to try and get this thing in the end zone. That should work out too. We're gonna have Chase open, and he's gonna score his first touchdown as a Chief. I mean, that was actually a really solid drive from Kansas City. So we're up 7-0 now. We're coming back out here in the third quarter, though, and it looks like I was right, because we are currently tied up at 14 right now, and the third quarter just ended. So I guess now we're in the fourth quarter. Oh my God. Pacheco did not want to go down there, man. That is a crazy pickup. I'm gonna try and go for a bit of a shot here, though, because I'm hoping we can get the lead back here. Oh man, now it's 3rd and 9. I'm just gonna go for Jamar because he is obviously our best option to keep the drive alive, and he is gonna get there again. I mean, Patrick Mahomes and Jamar Chase on the same offense has got to be the scariest thing since Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes on the same offense. I mean, it looks like, hold on, that's gonna be a first. But anyways, I mean, it looks like this defense just doesn't have an answer for these two right now, and they also have to worry about DeAndre Hopkins as well, which is terrifying. But we're gonna get sacked again by Nick Bosa. So it is 3rd down once again, but at this point, I really do trust Jamar Chase to pick this up. And even if we do get stopped, I might just go for it on 4th down, but we are gonna throw an absolute dot. I mean, the only way that that would have worked out is if we threw a perfect pass, and Mahomes went out there and threw a perfect pass. So we are somehow still on the field after 2 3rd down conversions with a chance to hopefully get in the end zone for a touchdown. I'm gonna try and go for Juju here, though, or we could go for Travis Kelce. I'm just gonna go for Juju, though, because he has nobody on him. So we are now 3 yards away from the touchdown. I feel like our best first option is going to be Travis Kelce, so I'm going to try and get him open. Actually, we're just going to keep this on the ground with Mahomes, and he's going to get in either way. So that touchdown is going to give the lead back to Kansas City, so now we kind of just got to rely on our defense. And it looks like our defense came out here and did their thing, because we are going to sneak out of here with a 7-point win. But after that game, we got to steal 2 players from the San Francisco 49ers, and I just decided to go ahead and max out this offense by picking up Trent Williams to help out the O-line, and we also got Christian McCaffrey, who is apparently a 95 overall now, so his overall has definitely taken a little bit of a hit, but either way, that guy is clearly still elite. But that's gonna bring us to week 11, and this is arguably gonna be the biggest game that we play all season, because we are 7-2 and we're playing the Bills, who are 8-2 right now. And at the moment, the winner of this game is probably gonna be getting the #1 seed if the LA Chargers lose. I mean, who knows? The Chargers could surprise me and end up getting the #1 seed, but I think their little hot streak is going to be coming to an end soon. I cannot see them winning the division. I feel like it's got to go to us at some point. And they do have a tough game this week against the Bengals, but even if they do beat Cincinnati, they do have to play us again down the road. So if we win that game, I'm hoping it will give us the #1 seed. But obviously, we got to make sure that we get the job done first in this game. And McCaffrey is going to have us set up. So 9 yards to go and we're in for the touchdown. I'm just gonna try and go for Jamar and see if this guy can finish the drive off for us, unless we have Kelce open. But Chase is gonna be there. We're short though, so we still need 5 yards for the touchdown. Now I'm gonna go for Travis Kelce this time, because I feel like he has the power to punch this in if he gets hit. And oh, the ball got knocked away. So all of a sudden, things are going to be getting very interesting here, because now it's 3rd and goal. We kind of need this to work out. Everyone's kind of locked up too. I just got to throw up a prayer and hope it gets there, but it's going to hit the ground. As tempted as I am to go for it, I'm just going to take the points, because I feel like points are going to be very important in this game. I mean, chances are this is going to be a 3-point game when things are all said and done. So that could be a very important field goal. We're coming back out here in the 4th quarter though, and I am not going to lie to you. I am very surprised with the way that things are going right now. I mean, we are absolutely annihilating Buffalo right now. I mean, if we keep this up, we honestly might sneak out of here with a shutout win, because there's only 3 minutes left in this game, and Josh Allen still has not scored any points. So I don't really know what is happening with Buffalo right now, but that is going to bring up a 3rd down. I at least want to get 1 touchdown against this team with Mahomes, because he also has not really done anything yet. Or I think he has scored touchdowns in this game, but I haven't scored any user touchdowns with him. So that means I can't take any players from the Bills until I do that. McCaffrey's going to pick up the 1st down though. You already know how it goes though, man. We got struck with a holding call. So now it's 4th and 3, which I am still confident in picking this up. So I'm going to go for it again. And it looks like Kelce's going to be there. And this time there is not a flag. So 28 yards to go now, and we are in the end zone. I'm going to try and go for Jamar Chase again here, and hopefully he can get some separation for us. That should be a touchdown right there. We can dance into the end zone. We got a bit cocky there. That definitely could have gotten knocked away, but it didn't. So that is going to make this a 4-score lead for the Chiefs. Josh Allen did score at the end of the game to avoid the shutout, but either way, this was definitely a statement win from Kansas City. And we did score the 1 touchdown with Patrick Mahomes in that game as well. So we got to steal 1 player from the Buffalo Bills, and I just decided to add depth to the defense by picking up Matt Milano. So as you can see, after all of the upgrades that we made, this is by far the best defense in the NFL right now. And on the other hand, it is clearly the same story with this offense. I mean, this team is terrifying to look at right now. So I'd say our work here is definitely done, and we also have an 8-2 record. So as long as we keep going off, we should at least be making the playoffs if we can't win the division. And I was really hoping that the Chargers would collapse mid-season, but that never happened, because they ended up beating us again. So they won the division and got the #1 seed, but we are still in the playoffs. It's gonna be tough though, because we're starting off on the road in Baltimore. I mean, I'll admit it, man, I kind of slept on the LA Chargers today. I did not think they were gonna be this good, but they beat us twice in the regular season. So if we see them in the playoffs again, we gotta go all out, because we cannot lose to them 3 times in one video. But no surprise, Mahomes did have a crazy season with the team that he had. I mean, he had 4,100 yards for 44 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. But it looks like we are going to get the best of Lamar Jackson in the playoffs once again. And after that, we went on to beat the Texans in the divisional round. And it looks like Miami actually upset the #1 seed Chargers. So we play Miami now for a trip to the Super Bowl. And everybody says that Miami cannot play in the cold. And it looks like that is the case so far today. I mean, they are getting absolutely packed by us right now. They're not out of it yet, but if we score a touchdown here to make it a 3-score game, I don't really think they have much of a chance at coming back. So I'm hoping that we can do that. I'm going to try and go for Jamar here, though. Actually, nobody's really on Kelsey. I'm kind of surprised he was that wide open, but I'll take it. I'm going to keep it on the ground with McCaffrey this time, though, and it looks like we're not getting a whole lot. Still a decent 5-yard pickup there, though. I'm going to go for one more run, but if this gets shut down, I'll probably put it in the air on 3rd down, and it looks like we are going to get caught. I'm not going to lie, though. We only need 2 yards, and I feel like our best option is going to be Christian McCaffrey here. So I'm just going to keep it on the ground one more time, and it looks like that is not going to work out. I mean, this is a really long field goal from here, so I'm going to go for it on 4th down. If this gets shut down, that could come back to haunt us, but we're going to have Chase open, which gives us a fresh set of downs. So I'm going to try and go for Hopkins here. I mean, we only need 32 yards now for the touchdown, and if he can get away, that is probably going to go for the score. We're going to be 1 yard short, though. We have Christian McCaffrey as our running back, though, so I feel like 1 yard really shouldn't be much of an issue, but we did get caught last time, and we're going to get caught again. I mean, I'm honestly kind of hesitant to go for another run here, but if this gets shut down, we've came this far already, so I'll probably put in the air on 4th down, but it looks like this time McCaffrey's going to be in for the score. So that's going to make it a 3-score lead for the Kansas City Chiefs, which should basically put this thing away. And after that, the Dolphins were never able to recover. So it looks like the Kansas City Chiefs are headed to another Super Bowl. But anyways, after a crazy season from Patrick Mahomes, I was hoping that he would win MVP, but it looks like Joe Burrow did one-up us. I mean, we came 4th place in the votings, which seems really low, but I guess Allen and Hurts also had a crazy season. It doesn't matter, though, because none of them are in the Super Bowl, and we are. And it looks like the last team standing in our way is the Green Bay Packers. And a few seasons ago, I mean, this is a Super Bowl that everybody wanted to happen, but I'm pretty sure Green Bay ended up getting upset by the 49ers the first time that the Super Bowl is KC versus San Francisco. And before that, I'm pretty sure they also got upset by the Bucks. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is a Super Bowl that almost happened twice. If the Green Bay Packers didn't choke, that should be a huge play. Hopkins has it. But anyways, I mean, obviously Aaron Rodgers is no longer on the Packers, so I guess we'll see if Jordan Love can get the job done. It seems to be a pretty close game right now. McCaffrey has some space, so that is gonna be a crazy pickup. And since he stayed up through the contact there, that's gonna bring the ball all the way to the 2-yard line. I'm just going to go for another run with him, but it looks like we are going to be getting caught. I mean, we actually lost yardage on that play, so that is not good for us. I might try and go for Noah Gray here, unless Kelsey has nobody on him. Or I can just keep it on the ground with Mahomes, because that's going to work out. So Patrick Mahomes is going to extend our lead to 2 scores. We haven't done anything with the defense yet today, though. So I'm going to put them to the test, and hopefully we can take Jordan Love off the field here. But this is not going to be an easy offense to go up against. I mean, the first play is going to be a massive one. I guess blitzing was not the move there. I thought they were going to run it with Jacobs, but obviously I was wrong. They'll probably keep it on the ground this time, though, and it looks like we're gonna catch them. I mean, even if they do score a touchdown here, we're still gonna have the lead, but it would be nice to hold them to a field goal, or if we can somehow get a turnover, that could honestly be the difference maker in this game. We almost knocked that away, but it's gonna go for a touchdown. I mean, this is definitely an offense that you don't want to play around with, so that's gonna make this thing a whole lot closer, but it really doesn't matter, because either way, it looks like Kansas City is gonna be too much for Green Bay to handle, so it looks like we are gonna be getting the job done. So that's another Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes. I'm not gonna lie, though, I mean, Green Bay did actually put up a much better fight than I thought they were going to. I mean, I'm not saying I expected this to be a blowout, but I didn't think it was gonna be a 1-score game either. So props to Jordan Love. But as you can see, to end things off, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy to end off the video. But that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe subscribe. It'll really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you comment the most random thing you can think of so we can confuse everybody in the comment section. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.